A man claimed to have superpowers inspired by video games. Fearing his girlfriend wouldn't believe him, he asked her to wait in the car while he rushed into a supermarket. Not long after, she was completely convinced. He really did have the power to attract hostility. It all began a few months ago when he accidentally discovered his unusual ability. Whenever he made eye contact with a colleague, he'd end up getting beaten. Eventually, his boss fired him, worried about the constant conflicts between him and his coworkers. One night, however, he met a homeless man who had the same strange symptoms. After learning how to avoid danger, he returned to his quiet hometown and started searching the internet with the information he had gathered. After registering on a website, he discovered that the person who had been there the longest had successfully hidden for 2 years. Jack deleted all his social media accounts and began receiving groceries by mail. However, his new life still didn't allow him to completely isolate himself from the world. One day, a neighbor came to tell him that the sewage pipe was broken. After Jack confirmed that the neighbor was safe, the girl suddenly became surly, glared at him fiercely, and then grabbed him. Thinking it was just a child messing around, Jack promised to deal with it quickly and let the two leave. For safety, he boarded up the windows. As the homeless man had said, the dog could sense danger. At the approach of someone in the distance, the dog began barking. Jack quickly fled to a more secluded area, but loneliness began to overtake him. He decided to order takeout from his favorite restaurant, eat, and leave. However, when Ruth saw him, she didn't react. Jack felt a connection with her. Their first conversation went smoothly, and they got along well. Jack began to go to the restaurant more frequently in the evenings, but this brief happiness was short-lived. One day, a homeless man sent Jack a message, telling him that the world outside was getting worse, and people were starting to build shelters and live together. This news prompted Jack to confess his feelings to Rose, but before Jack could say anything, Rose suddenly jumped into his car. Debt collectors were chasing her, and Jack decided to take her with him. Soon, dogs began barking, and Rose's eyes became strange. Suddenly, she lunged at Jack. The car jerked uncontrollably, and Jack had to knock her unconscious to stop her. When Rose awoke, she had no idea what had happened. She tried to leave, but the car door was locked. Jack told her to close her eyes if she wanted to get out. She did, and when she opened her eyes again, Jack had taken her home and handcuffed her. Jack didn't offer much explanation, but his actions spoke volumes. Rose thought Jack was a freak, and when he got out of the car, she began to struggle. But then she believed him.